Todd McFarlane. I have a love-hate relationship with Todd McFarlane, mostly due to the fact that he can make such amazing stuff and such stinky shit. I know what you're thinking, oh, it's another Todd hate video, but honestly, it's not. At least, not completely. You see, I am a huge fan of Todd's work, some of which I adore, but when it comes to him trying to be a businessman, that just ain't it, Chief. Many of the problems that I have with him are ones that come from McFarlane Toys, his toy company. A lot of the problems come from exclusives, a statement I could use for Hasbro as well, but I'll save them for a different day. There is no reason that we should be getting Captain Atom as a Walmart exclusive, especially in his definitive costume, even though it's labeled as New 52, but whatever. The fact that he's a Walmart exclusive already means that it was rigged from the start. We're lucky that Target is good about exclusives, or we would never find that new Flash figure. Granted, I don't have him yet, but I'm confident in the fact that I'll find him with my Target. Classic versions of characters are what we want to see. Classic figures sell. Just look at the Nightfall Batman. To some people, that's their favorite Batman figure, and I can see why. He looks amazing. But when we have almost 5 Scarecrows and Two-Face figures, and not one is a definitive look for a character, what the f*** are you even doing, Todd? And don't even get me started on the variants. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Todd, because when you make a variant, you also make it exclusive, like the glow-in-the-dark figures and the blacklight figures, which to me is the proper way to make an exclusive. A repaint or a heavy retool. You should almost never make a new, never-seen-before-in-the-line character an exclusive, especially if they are in their definitive costume. But of course, we have figures like the previously mentioned Captain Atom and newly revealed Catman, who destroy everything I just said. Are you seeing why I have this problem? Oh, and I didn't even mention the Batmobile fiasco yet. There is no reason that car and figure should have sold out as fast as they did. And they most certainly should not have gone to Amazon of all places. You know, the people that canceled everyone's orders on the first Batmobile. And then, you had the nerve to go on Instagram and post a video showing your glow-in-the-dark putrid shit, not just 30 minutes after the car sold out. The comments on that video looked like they were being sent straight from hell. I could physically feel the pain in each comment, each one coming from a different tortured soul. There was someone who commented on Todd's Twitter post with 10 plus of them in his cart during the second go-around. I can see why people say Todd is scalper friendly, but I digress. Now, for some collectors, it would be easy to say, well, you don't own a toy company, so you don't know what you're talking about. Or, well, he's probably not the only one in charge, so everything is probably not up to just him. And to that I say, Valaverse and Mezco. Valaverse is the greatest toy company on the market. They have the best bang for your buck and obviously care about their customers. And Mezco is a great example of exclusives. While they don't exactly follow how I think exclusives should be sold, at least they fixed their exclusives problem, because their exclusives sold out in minutes, just like that Batmobile. But you know what's crazy? Mezco fixed the problem. Now Mezco exclusives can last up to 24 hours. But this shouldn't even be a comparison due to the fact that Mezco Toys is a smaller company whose toys are produced in the United freaking States. They're produced in New York. McFarlane Toys, on the other hand, is a giant company who has manufacturers in China. How are you getting one-upped by a smaller company, Todd? And if you think Todd isn't top dog of his own company, which has his name on it, are you stupid? Like, yeah, he probably doesn't do everything because he has other people do stuff for him, but nothing gets greenlit without his approval. Therefore, he allowed the Batmobile shit to happen. If you've listened to me ramble this long, thank you. I don't usually do big scripts like this. Actually, this is probably my first one, just because I wanted to be able to write my thoughts down so I can do this like normal. So, sorry if some stuff doesn't sound as fluid in the video, but, you know, I wanted this to come more from the heart, so I wanted to write down my thoughts so I didn't sound like an idiot. But, yeah. Consider subscribing, and, yeah. I know it sounds like I despise Todd, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Sometimes the man can be a genius. He made the greatest comic book Spider-Man design ever. He helped co-create one of the greatest villains in comic book history. Hell, he created the greatest African-American comic book character ever. And I have a ton of his figures, some that I love. The whole reason I even wanted to make this video is because while I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw that Todd posted a screenshot from Screen Rant talking about how, for the 25th anniversary of the Pearl Jam Do the Evolution music video, Todd and Pearl Jam would be releasing never-seen-before, behind-the-scenes artwork, as well as a remastered version of the animated music video. Now, for those of you who don't know, Todd directed the original video, which is something I didn't know, but makes so much more sense because it looks uncannily similar to the animated Spawn show that was on HBO in the 90s, which if you haven't seen, you're doing yourself a disservice, as it is some of the greatest media that I have ever consumed. The reason I mention this is because it reminds me of all the great things Todd McFarlane has done. I hate to see him do things poorly when I know he's capable. Todd is at his peak when he's in the creative seat, but not when he's wearing his business suit. It sounds stupid to say that Todd shouldn't be running a company, but it looks like he can't. And that's a shame because he's been doing it since '94. I know he can make good decisions, just like when he decided to make the articulation better, but he keeps fumbling the bag. If Todd truly cares about his customers, not even customers, but fans, then he needs to listen to them. He needs to stop making bad decisions, or DC Multiverse is gonna blow up in his face, sooner or later. And, if you see this, Todd McFarlane, I hope you know this comes from a place of love. I talk the way I do because it's something I'm passionate about. And I hope to see you flourish, making great toys that the people want to see as well as you do. And I would talk about the Batman problem, but I'm a part of it, so I can't really speak on that.